Hello friends, very most welcome to all of you in this our online lecture series. Friends, today in this lecture we will discuss how we can distribute some number of particles into the unequal size of compartments. So we will continue and we will see how we can distribute some number of particles into unequal size of compartments. Distribution of particle into unequal size of compartment. So friends, here we are assuming many large number of unequal size of compartments. Here we are assuming we have many large number of compartments which are unequal in size. Now here, as we have shown, we have many large number of unequal size of compartments. Here we are assuming it is compartment number 1, it is 2, 3, here it is I and k minus 1 k. We have assumed here many large number of compartments which are not identical in shape and size. Now we will see how we can distribute some number of particles into these unequal size of compartments. So friends, here now we are assuming, let us consider n number of particles are distributing into 1, 2, 3, I, k minus 1 k. We are distributing total n number of particles into the compartments 1, 2, 3, I, k minus 1 and kth. So here we can write kth number of compartments. We have total kth number of compartments, or we can say from 1 to k. Here we have shown also which are not identical in shape and size. So friends, as we have told you, according to principle of equal priori probability, we have probability of finding a particle into the two boxes if the size and shape of two boxes are equal. Then according to principle of equal priori probability, we can say the total number of ways are finding a particle into the compartments, into the both compartments are equal if shape and size are identical. If shape and size are not identical, as we have shown in my figure, then we cannot apply here, or we cannot gain the probability of finding a particle into these compartments will be same here. It will not same here if shape and size are not equal or identical. So friends, now how we can apply the principle of equal priori probability? As we have told you in my previous lecture, concept of cell, to distributing or to applying the principle of equal priori probability, we will use here the concept of cell. Now we will distribute all these compartments into the sub-compartments which are identical in shape and size. All these cells are identical, or we can say the shape and size of each cell are same here into this compartment. Friends, also we can see the number of compartments will be finite into the all compartments. Number of cell will be finite into the all compartments because the size of cell are finite and we have unequal size of compartments. So the number of cell will be different into all different compartments as we have shown here, because all cells are not identical in shape. So all compartments have different number of cells but finite number of cells, because the size and shape of cell are finite. So for any particular compartment the number of cell will be finite here. Friends, here we can see how we can distribute all these compartments into the sub compartment or into the very large number of cells. So now we can see the size and shape of each cell are identical. So here we can apply according to principle of equal priori probability. If we will distribute any number of particles into any particular compartments, then we will find out the distributing of particles into any compartments will be equal, or probability of finding a particle, any particular number of particle into compartment 1 will be equal for every cell. So here, as we have told you, the size of each cell are same here. So here we have G1 number of cell into the compartment 1, because the size of each compartment is not same here. So we have the different number of cells into all these compartments. Now we are assuming G2 number of cell is present into the compartment 2, G3 number of cell is present in the compartment 3. Similarly, Gi number of cell, here will be Gk minus 1 number of cell, and here will be Gk number of cell are presented into all this compartment respectively. So we can write also, let G1, G2, G3, Gi and so on, Gk minus 1, Gk number of cell is present in the compartment in the compartment 1, 2, 3, I and so on, k minus 1, k respectively. Now friends, firstly here we will see how we can distribute one particle. Friends, as we have told you, here we want to see how we can distribute total n number of particles into all these unequal size of compartments or compartments we have shown from 1 to k. We want to distribute total n number of particles. How we can distribute total n number of particles into all these unequal size of compartments from 1 to k. So firstly we will see how we can distribute one particle into the compartment 1. So we will choose any number of particles for this compartment and we will see total number of ways to distribute this particle into compartment 1. Similarly, we can prove also any number of particles, how we can distribute any number of particles in compartment 2, in compartment 3 and so on in compartment k. Firstly here we will see now number of ways to distribute one particle. Here we are assuming one particle into the compartment 1. How we can distribute one particle into the compartment 1? Here we have total number of cell G1 and also we have told you because the size of each compartment are identical, the size of each cell into the compartment 1 are identical. So by the principle of equal priori probability we have equal probability to finding out the particle into the compartment 1 will be same for every cell and the number of cell is G1. So to distribute one particle into the compartment 1 we have total number of ways G1. So here we can see number of ways to distribute one particle into the compartment 1 will be G1 because we have total number of cell G1 in compartment 1. So this one particle have equal probability to finding out equal probability into the all cell because the all size of all cell are identical. So similarly also for two particle, what will be the number of ways to distribute two particle into the compartment 1? It will be for one particle G1 and for other one particle again it will be G1 because according to Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics, any number of particle can go into these cells. So every particles have equal probability into the compartment 1 into these cells. Finding out probability of finding out for all particles will be same here because the shape and size of each cell are identical. And also any number of particles can go into any particular cell because here we have total number of cells G1. So for every particle we have total number of ways to distribute the particles into this compartment equal. Now here, as we have told you, for two particles it will be G1 multiplied by G1, or we can say G1 to the power 2. Friends, as we have told you, according to Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics, any number of particles, here we can write any number of particle can go into any cell, Here, as we have told you, we have total number of G1 cell, so we have total probability to distribute the particle G1, because G1 number of cell we have assumed into the compartment 1. Similarly, friends, if we will choose n1 number of particles, if n1 number of particles we will choose from n number of particles and we will distribute into the compartment 1, then what number of ways we have? Here we can see now for n1 number of particles. But friends, firstly we will see how we can choose n1 number of particles from n number of particles. Here, firstly we will see number of ways to choose n1 number of particles from n number of particles, How we can choose? We can choose NC_N1, which will be factorial n upon factorial n1 into factorial n minus n1, and we are assuming it is equation number 1. So friends, now we will see how we can distribute n2 number of particles into the compartment 2. Here we have seen the total number of ways to choose n1 number of particles from n number of particles. How we can choose? Here we can choose by this formula. Now firstly here we will see how we can distribute total number of ways, or we can say in other words, now we will see total number of ways to distribute n1 particles into the compartment 1. Here we have shown here how we can choose n1 number of particles from n number of particles. Here we have not written the total number of ways to distributing the n1 particles into this compartment. Here we have choosing the number of ways, choosing the number of particles, n1 number of particles from n number of particles. So total number of ways to distribute n1 particles into the compartment 1 will be factorial n upon factorial n1 factorial n minus n1 into g1 to the power n1. Because as we have told you, for 2 particles g1 to the power 2, for 3 particles it will be g1 to the power 3, for n1 particle it will be g1 to the power n1. So it is our equation number 1. Now friends, here we will discuss how we can distribute n2 number of particles into the compartment 2. As we have told you, we have chosen n1 number of particles for compartment 1. So what number of particles remains here? If we have chosen n1 number of particles from n, then n minus n1 number of particles remains here. So here we can write also, after choosing n1 number of particles, n1 number of particle for compartment 1, the n minus n1 number of particles remains here. Now B distribute n2 number of particle into the compartment 2. Firstly, here we will see how we can choose n2 number of particles from n minus n1 number of particles. So here we can write also number of ways to choose n2 number of particles from n minus n1 number of particles. Now friends, here we will see how we can choose n2 number of particles from n minus n1 number of particles. It will be n minus n1 C n2, also factorial n minus n1 upon factorial n2 factorial n minus n1 minus n2. We are assuming it is equation number 2. Now friends, we will see how we can distribute n1 and n2 number of particles into the compartment 1 and 2 from n number of particles. Similarly, we can see for 3 or for n3 number of particles, if we will distribute this compartment, this third compartment, and continuously we can see the total number of ways to distribute the nk number of particles into the compartment K. But friends, if here we will see how we can distribute total number of particles, what will be the total number of ways to distribute the particles into the compartments. Firstly, here we will see the total number of particles, as we have told you n, and n1 number of particles we have distributed into the compartment 1, and n2 number of particles we have distributed into the compartment 2. So we can see the total number of ways to distribute n1 and n2 number of particles into the compartment 1, 2. Here only we have discussed for n1 and n2 number of particles into the compartment 1 and 2. So we have found for n1 number of particles total number of ways this, and for n2 number of particles this. So we can multiply and also we can write here factorial n upon factorial n1 factorial n minus n1 g1 to the power n1 multiply by factorial n minus n1 upon factorial n2 factorial n minus n1 minus n2. So here we can see it will go cancel out. Now we can write here, and also here we can see the total number of ways to distribute the n2 particles into the compartment 2. Here also we can write very easily. Here we have G2 number of particles and N2 number of particles, G2 number of cell and N2 number of particles. So also G2 to the power N2 also will be multiplied. So here also it will be G2 to the power N2. Now here we can see very easily what we have after simplification. Total number of ways to distribute the n1 and n2 number of particles into the compartment 1, 2. We will continue up to the kth compartment for nk number of particles. So here what we have found? Here we have found factorial n upon factorial n1 and g1 to the power n1 into 1 upon factorial n2 into factorial n1 minus n2 n minus n1 minus n2 and g to the power n2. Now friends, we can write it also. It will be factorial n upon factorial n1. Similarly, if we will take n3 number of particles to distribute n3 number of particles into the compartment 3, ni number of particles into the compartment I, and nk minus 1 number of particles into the compartment k minus 1, and so on. And k number of particles we will distribute into the kth number of compartment. So if we will take all compartments and all number of particles, then in the same flow we can write factorial n1, factorial n2 and so on factorial nk, and it will go cancel out. If we will take third compartment also, then this term will go cancel out. And last, what will be the last term? The last term will be n minus n1 minus n2 minus and so on ni minus nk. So here also we can write n minus n2 minus n3 and so on minus ni, and the last term will be nk. It will be also in the factorial. If we will take from 1 to the kth compartment, and particles will be n1, n2, n3, ni, nk minus 1, nk. So and this will be g1 to the power n1, g2 to the power n2, and so on, gi to the power ni, and so on, gk to the power nk. Now friends, we can simplify it and we can get result here to distribute n number of particles into the compartment from 1 to kth, which are not identical in shape and size. We can get here the result factorial n upon factorial n1 factorial n2 factorial nk, and this will be 1 upon factorial, here it was n minus n1, it was n minus n1 minus n2, so n minus, if we will take common, n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus and so on nk, we will find out here. And since the total number of particles n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus and so on ni plus nk will be n, so this term will go cancel out or will be 1, so we will get here g1 to the power, it will be gk to the power nk for n1 number of particles g1, n2 number of particles g2. Similarly, for gk number of cells, here number of particles we have supposed nk. Similarly, also we can say here it will be in the multiplication, nk number of particles we can distribute into the gk number of cell from this. So after simplification we can write it factorial n upon factorial n1 factorial n2 factorial nk into gk to the power nk. Also we can write it here factorial n in the form of summation, or because this term is in the product, so we can write here product term I is equal to 1 to k, so it will be 1 upon factorial ni, and it will be gi to the power ni. We can write it very easily. So friends, here we have discussed, we have seen how we can distribute n number of particles into the unequal size of compartments. Compartments here we have considered from 1 to kth number of compartments. So we can see here from 1 to kth number of compartments which are not identical in shape and size, we can distribute these here, these number of particles we can say, because we have chosen n1 number of particles, n2, n3 and so on, nk. Finally, we have seen how we can distribute n number of particles into the compartment from 1 to kth, or kth compartment simply we can say. So friends, today we will stop here and we will come with my next upcoming lectures from your paper Statistical Physics. Thank you very much.